independent brokers often reach a point where the opportunity to grow is clear, but so are the challenges that come with it. From compliance and operational capacity to succession planning and building a business that can thrive beyond its founder. As part of our series profiling the business within the STEP network, I am speaking to Vernon from STEP Atlas Gardens Group about the journey behind the brokerage, why the business became part of STEP, and how the partnership has supported its growth without taking away the independence, identity, and client relationships on which it was built. So welcome, Vernon. It's great to chat with you.
Fantastic. And thank you for the opportunity for being able to share with you.
Yes, and I'm looking forward to our conversation. So Vernon, take us back to the beginning. How and when did STEP Atlas Gardens Group start?
Well, my FSP started in April 2006. And at that stage, we were trading under a different name. And then in October 2015, we changed it onto the STEP name as it's known today. And our FSP was the first that actually went onto the STEP name, and subsequently now there is 40 STEP offices nationally. So it was quite an exciting journey, going from a small one-man show to about 45 staff we've got in our STEP environment. And it's been a very exciting journey, but it has had its own challenges.
Yeah, I'm sure. So you were the first STEP brokerage. So before joining STEP, what were the biggest opportunities, but I think more challenges that faced your business?
Being a business owner has its own challenges, and there's so many tick boxes that you have got to work through, and a lot of elements within the business environment where you've got to actually give all your attention. So compliance being probably the biggest part of that, because the reality is that as the landscape changed in the financial services space, compliance became not only more of a challenge to make sure you do it right, but the cost of compliance also ate into your margins. So from a business, the challenges then was literally to take your office and still give the service that you wanted to give, but also making sure that you tick all those compliance boxes. And as far as the opportunities were concerned, there were so many opportunities, but because of all these, call it outside and external things that you had to do, it literally took away the opportunity to actually embrace a lot of the opportunities, because you were so tied up with all these elements that you had to do in the office environment.
I mean, and since you joined, the regulation has increased even more, so that challenge just becomes even more. What made you decide that becoming part of STEP was the right next step, rather than continuing entirely independently? And how long did it take you to actually decide, okay, this is actually the move that I need to make?
But because of the challenges I've just mentioned before, I realized that if I wanted to scale my business, if I didn't do it firstly with the right partner, with the right, call it, environment of how I wanted to do business, it was always going to be a challenge. So with having said that, these business-related functions that I just mentioned before that we had to perform, you get so little time in actually spend on actually selling and seeing clients that the business ends up revolving around me as the owner and as the operator. And I actually then became the limiting factor of actually growing the business, because everything had to cross my desk. So I got to the point where I realized, to scale my business, I've got to do things differently, more efficiently, but with the one purpose in goal of looking after what our clients' needs are. So it wasn't just one thing, it was a host of things that you had to do differently to get to a better result. But the important thing was never ever giving up on your relationship with your clients. And also, you also wanted to do things where it obviously affects your bottom line, because compliance ate into our bottom line a lot. So it was a host of different things that you had to think of to actually get to the point of deciding to join, in this instance, STEP.
Did you look at a variety of options, or was STEP the only one you looked at and mulled over that and decided that you want to do that?
Okay, so that's not a quick answer, because STEP is something that I luckily was a part of building, because I've been a part of, call it the group, for 20, I think it's about 21 years.
Okay.
So I was a part of helping build the brand, which is STEP today. But yeah, if you look at what we were trying to achieve, is that we wanted to build a brand that people can trust.
Yeah.
And the brand also had to have a story. So now, if I go back to the elements that I've spoken about previously, if I can take away those elements out of my office, now that is, for argument's sake, things like marketing, HR, accounting, legal, and there's so many things that we are involved in on a day-to-day basis. And within our structure, we could now outsource that into a place where it was being done by people that were much better at doing it. And what that allowed me then to do is to focus on building my business, building my relationships, and actually having a better outcome where my clients experienced a better service, because all these mundane things that actually just takes your time is now being taken out of the equation and done by people that do it better than me.
Yeah.
And the result was that we were able to build a business bigger and better.
So if you had to choose one element that have added the greatest practical value to you, what was that? And maybe can you give us an example of that?
Sure. Look, joining the STEP environment is that you need to embrace the complete package of how we do things. And what I mean by this is, if you embrace the entire spectrum of what we can and do offer, okay, the outcome for you is going to be, well, it's literally the sky is the limit. And that's not a saying. If you embrace it, you will achieve it. But if I have to single out one, which is difficult, I'm probably going to say to you that part of what we do is we help strategize. So we build a 1-year plan, and then after that, we looked at a 5-year plan. And now recently, we've now embarked on strategizing towards a 10-year plan. And whatever you can imagine, and that's part of what the strategy is, you must imagine and think what you want to think. Because remember, our brain is the one thing that limits us in terms of everything that we do. Yeah. So we literally say, dream and let your imagination go wild. And then we actually go and we take that, what's in your imagination, and we go build a practical path on how to actually achieve it. Then your dream is not a dream anymore, but an achievable goal. And yet when you go break down these things into little bite sizes, it's actually not so difficult. So that is probably the one thing where they've stretched my thinking. And what I thought was a dream actually became my new reality. And with the tools within our model, it actually became very achievable.
So many independent brokers worry that joining a larger group means losing control, identity, or their entrepreneurial freedom, which I think is the most important one. What has your experience been in terms of that?
Look, that what you just said is probably the single biggest challenge that I face when I talk to business owners and brokers, etc. And that is a major concern from every business owner or broker that I talk to. So I fully get it and I understand it. Our model is built around partnerships and then followed very closely by relationships. And with these two elements done correctly and done with the right partners, always has the right result. If you do not really naturally have the ability to want to share, you will not necessarily understand how our model works until you fully understand and embrace that sharing principle. Because in our model, there is, and if we do it correctly, we will always be better off and we will get a better result because within the model, there is enough to share and to have a more desired result for your business. And again, I fully understand the independence. We actually embrace the entrepreneurial flair that people have. That comes with its own challenges. Be assured it does come with its own challenges. But if you harness it correctly and we work well together, we will always have a better result.
Accountability can be uncomfortable for the entrepreneur that we just spoke about. Has STEP challenged you to run the business a little bit different, and has that obviously translated into better results?
You use the word accountability, which in many discussions I've had is like you said, a very uncomfortable
100%.
A very uncomfortable principle.
Yeah.
But you are 100% correct, as everybody should be held accountable. And that is why most business people never achieve what they could and should achieve, as they do not want to be accountable to anybody.
Yeah.
Accountability is measured in many different ways. And in a healthy environment, accountability actually delivers fantastic results. And that is why we embrace it within our environment. How do I, as a business owner, hold my staff accountable when I don't want to be accountable to anybody? That is actually the bigger question. But yet, when we discuss it and we embrace what we're trying to do and what we're trying to build, the discussions I've had and the people that have entered our model actually understand then, when they see the results, they actually understand it and realize that everybody should be accountable to someone, but again, within a controlled environment. We don't dictate. I go back to what I said right in the beginning. We work on relationships and partnerships, because those two words working together will always make people feel that we're doing it for the right reasons.
Looking ahead, what are you building towards at Atlas Gardens, and what would you say to a broker who's considering the seed has been planted, but it's not there yet? What would you say to them, considering when they consider becoming part of the STEP family? Your parting words.
I think the key that you use there now, or the key word that you use there now, is family, because that's exactly how I like to call it, run my office. So if I have to summarize it for you, I'd say I want to build a legacy that lives way beyond me, my family, and every single staff member. And I want every single staff member and their families that they must work for us and be proudly associated with STEP, and every supplier that we work with. I want them to feel purpose on this trust journey, so that our clients can experience their passion through how they interact and the service they deliver. We want to impact clients and their families and navigate through the trust journey with us. But ultimately, it comes down to what our clients experience through our business, and that our business must literally be the one thing that can literally make their lives easier and better. And we get it right more often than not. But if there is any complaint or any issue, we want to jump on it and try and obviously, get to the right outcome, because ultimately that's why they are trusting us.
Bottom line is just take that step, right?
Amen to that.
Thank you for the chat, Vernon. I really appreciate it. With my first interaction with Duncan, I really enjoyed the conversation and really can see the value of being part of the STEP family. So, yeah, thank you for sharing your journey.
Thank you for allowing me the opportunity, and I value the fact that you took the time.